Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Lano Prod, aka Lano, and here are 10 ways producers are networking wrong.
Psych! That's the wrong number!
Alright producers, so it's 2021 and in the past several months I've been more tapped in with the producer community, and I've been noticing how producers been networking and interacting with each other, whether it's for collabs, whether it's for critiques, feedback, or just getting to know each other so they could build their networks and advance in their career. And when I started observing it, even for myself, I started noticing some things that didn't work for them, but also that didn't work for me. Again, I'm not an expert, so I'm just showing you guys these networking gems that I picked up along my experiences, and I'm gonna show you guys what has worked for me and what hasn't worked for me. Okay, so a little bit about myself. If you guys don't know, this is my second video for Team Producer Grind, and I joined Producer Grind back in the summer of 2020. Man, that seemed like a long time ago. But yeah, I was able to join the team, and right now I'm the booking and social media manager, as well as a sound designer and a content creator as of recently. Right before I graduated in May 2019, I actually had a job lined up. It was a full-time internship through another one of my professors. He had a guest speaker, which was the CEO of this plugin company, and I was able to connect with them in the music conference called NAMM. And from there, I made more connections, stayed in touch, followed up, showed them what skills I had, and they offered me to work at a full-time internship in their tech company in the Bay Area. I ended that music tech job in January of 2020, and from February till around May or June, I was unemployed, but I was able to stay active in the YouTube live streams, especially with Producer Grind. And I wasn't really trying to look for a job. I was just trying to network and build relationships with producers and artists and try to get collabs going. And I started bringing value by bringing on certain guests, certain engineers and producers for the morning show for Producer Grind.
Benefit of going to a recording school or engineering school is the network and the solid foundation.
Okay.
Because that equipped me to be able to understand things a lot faster. Because once you have the base education, it's kind of like you can watch something on YouTube, you can watch a new technique and understand like exactly what's going on.
And that's when my boss right now, shout out to you, CEO Dylan, for bringing me on to the team. So producers, whether it's you trying to work with an artist, whether it's you trying to work with another producer, whether it's you trying to find a job, or whether it's you just trying to pick an industry person's brain just so you know how to navigate within your own business, here are 10 ways that you guys are doing it wrong. All right, number 1, producers are networking wrong because they're not learning other skills. Now, every producer, at least in their early career, believe that they just make the most fire beats. Now, I get it, there's a small percentage of producers that are super well at that craft of just producing and making beats, and that has opened a lot of doors for them. But for the majority of us, you have to learn other skills and provide other ways to give value to someone rather than just your music. Other skills producers must learn just so they have more opportunities is engineering, graphic design, video editing, designing merch, photography. The list goes on and on. Number 2, how producers are networking wrong. They're not researching who they're networking with. Now, when you message someone, it can seem very selfish if you're only talking about yourself and you're not bringing up the other person. So when you DM them or you email them, you have to open it up with saying how you love their work, how you learn from them, etc. And then you pitch your skills and you go for the ask and follow up. Number 3, another problem producers do when they're networking is they are not asking. If you don't ask, you don't receive. Do not be messaging and DMing and emailing people you want to work with and reach out to, and there's no clear intention of what you want from them. You have to be clear and eventually ask them what is you're requiring from them and what you can give in return. And producers, sometimes it's not even the problem of you asking, it's the problem of how you're asking. Don't just be like, yo, can you give me some money?
So listen, can I have your number? Could I have it? Could I have it? Can I please receive the secret code?
Like, nah, it doesn't work that way. You gotta be polite, you gotta have candor, you gotta, you know, make it cater to their needs. You gotta offer something first, you know? It doesn't always have to be money, but make sure that when you go for an ask, that you warm it up, you warm up that conversation. You're being annoying, not being considerate of the time of the person that they are reaching out to. Don't waste people's times, don't annoy them. You gotta know when to reach out, and I mean the day, the time. Know if they're in a different time zone, that you're not hitting them up in the middle of the night Hit them up like maybe after lunch because people are usually in a better mood after they eat. Maybe in the morning after the general population wakes up, not super early. And maybe if you know they're in the studio, you could hit them up at nighttime, but not too late because they might be already tired. And that leads us to number 5. Producers are networking wrong because they're giving up too quick. And what do I mean by giving up too quick? They don't follow up. Now you might ask, yo Leno, how do I know how many times to follow up? What time frame in between do I follow up each time? To answer that, there's no clear answer. You just gotta play it by ear and see and really read and see how they respond to your initial messages. If they don't message you to stop or ignore you or even leave you on read or seen, I would just keep sending the message and not give up until you get something. But remember, you have to message them politely, giving value. Don't be rude, don't be disrespectful. You can never assume that the person that you're networking with is seeing your message and intentionally not choosing to work with you. Maybe they are that busy, maybe they're going through a rough time. You never know and you can never assume. So it never hurts to follow up. Now, if they tell you, hey man, I'm sorry, I can't do this, then stop messaging them. Don't be annoying. That can really hurt your relationship with future prospects. We've heard from time to time many examples of producers that would send packs of beats and emails, and from time to time they just keep providing that value, and maybe it was the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 15th message that the person they were trying to reach out to finally opened one of them and saw the previous things they were sending, and they were like, wow, I have to work with this person. Now, a little story about me. When I wanted to reach out to this A&R for this K-pop company, because I'm trying to get in the K-pop industry, not only hip-hop and trap, I cold messaged this person on LinkedIn. Now, what is a cold message? It means I don't have previous mutual connections to this person, but I gave them my pitch. I told them a little bit about myself. I told them some skills I had to offer and how I wanted to learn from them. I sent that maybe about 3 or 4 times with a week or 2 in between, and they finally reached out to me. They said, wow, I would love to get on the Zoom call with you, and we were able to get a conversation going, and we were able to finally collab on some projects. Okay, producers, that leads us to number 6, which if you do have mutual friends and mutual connections, you want to bring those connections up. A mistake that a lot of producers make when networking is that they're not bringing up their references. So let me tell you this quick concept. So if you guys know about LinkedIn, there's 1st, 2nd, 3rd degrees. Now what that means is the 3rd degree connection means you have no connection with them at all. 2nd degree connection means that you are connected with somebody that is connected with them. And 1st degree connection means you're directly connected with them. There's this book called The 6 Degrees of Separation, meaning I know someone that knows 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 someone. It only takes 6 degrees of separation for all of us in the world to be entirely connected. So knowing that if you're reaching out to somebody that you want to build a relationship with for your career, it always helps to bring up somebody that you know that they know too. That way their initial impression of you is something that they would be willing to trust. All right, number 7, producers are networking wrong because they're being too reliant on that one person they are networking with. Nobody is gonna save your career, and stop looking for these life-changing moments, and don't think that just because you connect with this one person that your whole career is just gonna take off and nothing ever is gonna be difficult. That 99% of the time, that does not work. Now we have a few lucky individuals where that happened and they blew up, but what I'm telling you guys is that when you're approaching these people that you wanna network with, don't be super reliant on them. If they're not helping you out, just move on to the next and keep leveling up in your craft. That way, you're gonna attract more people that do wanna work with you. Number 8, the music business is a business founded on relationships. And if you don't take your messages to the next level, outside of the DMs, outside of the emails, to maybe a Zoom call, a phone call, or if you can, even meeting in person, one-on-one, then you're not gonna establish that deeper connection and that chance to build that relationship and move on with your career to another level. Now, if you did the previous 8 things to improve your networking, then you probably already have some established relationships. But here's the number 9 reason of why producers are networking wrong. They are talking bad about other people that they've worked with. Now keep in mind, if you name drop and talk bad about people you work with and burn bridges, The music and entertainment industries are two industries that are really small and tight-knit. So if you talk bad about somebody, that might in a few years or a couple months, who knows how long, it might come back to haunt you. You never know who is working with who will work with who, and if you talk bad about them, it only looks bad on you. So if somebody does you dirty, just keep in mind not to work with them, but you don't have to go spreading all these things about them to other people, to in public. Just move on professionally. All right, producers, we finally made it. Here's the 10th reason why producers are networking wrong. Did you guess it? Producers, maybe you are networking too much. I've personally had this experience a little bit last year where I was just reaching out to so many people trying to make these plays that I forgot to work on the very craft that I was trying to pitch to these people I was networking with, which was making beats. So producers, for any skill that you are pitching to people, make sure you're on top of it with that skill. Make music every day, do something to improve your craft, because if you're just networking too much, you don't want it to where you get invited to a studio session and they say, hey, so-and-so, I heard you're good at this, you've been telling me all about it, you made all these connections, I need you to make this beat right now. And you don't know what to do because it's been months, weeks, who knows how long, and you forgot how to even tune your 808s. Alright producers, here's a bonus tip. Number 11, that producers are networking wrong. They are not taking advantage of the value of asking for help. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's reference this Ryan Leslie interview on this Producer Grind podcast.
When you don't have something to offer the opportunity for someone to help and be able to help you in a meaningful way. The greatest gift that you can give to somebody who gives you an opportunity is what you do with that opportunity, right?
Ryan Leslie said, if you have nothing to offer the opportunity for somebody to help you out. I get a couple producers messaging me, usually they're young, saying, I don't have money, I'm not that skilled, I just learned this new craft. What can I offer? So if you start learning from them and make them talk more about themselves, and you're so curious, not in a fake way, but you're genuinely curious on how to learn their specific craft, they will teach you. And if they don't dedicate all the time to teach you, they will at least reference you to certain tools or resources that can help you out. And that brought up another bonus tip that I wasn't even planning for this video, but number 12, if the person you are trying to network with does not give you the exact thing that you're trying to ask for a reference of somebody that they might know that might be able to help you. And yo, I'm not even gonna lie, that brought up another bonus tip. So here's number 13. If the person that you are networking with is not able to help you, yeah, you can ask for references and other people that they work with. But here's another thing. Sometimes you don't want to reach out to the top producer. Maybe you want to reach out to other people in their network. So that's number 13, why producers are networking wrong. They are aiming too high. They're aiming for the top tier artists. Maybe you should reach out and network with their manager, their engineer, their videographer, their graphic designer. Whoever it is, maybe it's not that main person, but maybe it's somebody in their circle that you can generally build a relationship with and continue and work your way to eventually work with the person that you want to work with. Now, warning, producers, don't be doing this in a fake way, because people will know when you're just using them. So you want to make sure you build that genuine relationship if you're trying to enter certain circles of people that you want to work with. All right, producers, that's all I got for today. These are 10 ways producers are networking wrong and 3 bonus tips. So really it's 13 ways, 13 gems that I gave you guys to not only level up your networking skills, but things that you want to watch out for whenever you DM that certain producer or that manager or that artist that you always wanted to work with. Make sure to keep these gems in mind. Take notes, rewind this video back, make sure to like, comment, share this video with somebody that you think really needs it and can use it to help their career, and make sure to subscribe to Team Producer Grind. Again, this is my second video. We're on our road to 50K, 100K, a million, I don't even know. We're on a roll. Let's keep going. Make sure to comment your favorite gem and see see if I'm wrong with all these things. Again, I'm not an expert, but these are things I've tried out. These are things I've learned from other people that has leveled up my current career, and I'm still on the early come up. So yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video. Again, this is Lano Prod, aka Lano. I'm gonna keep giving you guys these gems related to music business, social media. I might even do some stuff on mixing and production and let you guys see how I make my music personally as a producer, as an artist, as an engineer. But yeah, stay tuned and thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna end it with this this little thumbnail. 10 ways producers are networking wrong. All right, that's it.